this video. So today I thought I would do a lorry tour, as you can see behind me, and I'll also take you back to the yard afterwards and show you everything that I take eventing. So we've had this lorry about 3-4 years now, so I'll take you inside. So first of all, I'm going to take you inside the living area. So to start with, we just have this coat rail. It's a bit tight. Just some spare coats for if it's cold, and then obviously straight ahead is the door to the bathroom, which I'm not going to spend much time on because it's disgusting. It's just got obviously a toilet, a sink and lots of cleaning products, but yeah. So we are now inside the living area, as you can probably see. Obviously we have the overhead cabin bed, which is full of pillows and other stuff because I do sometimes camp in here in the summer. And then also this drops into a bed like most lorries do. So we haven't actually been to any stay away shows, we've more just camped in here with my friends, but maybe one day. Obviously a bin, you need a bin. And yeah, I think that's everything, so I'll now talk you through the cupboard. First of all, we have this cupboard, they all just pop open like that. And I don't think there's anything too interesting. A box, waterproof coat, which I don't know why it's in there. And then the battery, obviously for when we need the lights on or anything. My back protector, which always stays in here. I've got my number bib, which also always stays in here. Some time watch. And then just some other cleaning bits. And then in the bottom one, this one, we have some jump leads and some other leads, which I don't know what they do. And we also have a kettle at the bottom for when we use the hob. So next we have these cupboards. These are quite boring. It's just toys from my baby brother when he was younger. He's now a bit older, we don't really use them, but when he does come, he uses them. And then up here we have the hob, which most lorries have. And then also we have the sink, which has some old mugs in it. Probably ought to sort out. So that's that. And then up in these top ones, I haven't been in here in ages, we have just some makeup and other bits, some spray because you always stink after going cross country, pony club tie from when I do pony club, yeah, nothing that interesting. And in these two is just some non-perishable foods like soup, hot chocolate, and other bits and bobs. So now I'm going to take you through to where the horses go. So yeah, let's just go. So we're now at the back of the lorry, as you can tell. So this is obviously where the horses are kept. So in here we just have some hay nets, ones which don't make too much mess. And obviously the tie rings all along. It can carry 3 horses, but you have to take some stuff out to take 3, but probably more 2. So if I take you to the other end, so then in at the back we just have the row of rails for bridles and whatever else, and just hooks, and we have some whips. These are just old whips. And then also we have the saddle rack. This just takes 2 saddles, and this is what I mean by taking 3 horses, because we would have to unscrew this if we were going to take 3, but it can take 3. And then so down here we just have the poo picker, a brush. We also have a bag which we put the poos in when we're at shows. We have this step, I don't know, the lorry came with it, we've never took it out, and a water bowser. So that is everything in the back of the lorry. I'm not going to show you anymore because you're not going to want to see the cab, it's boring like any of the standard cab. So I will see you when I'm back at the yard to show you everything I take eventing. So I am now back on the yard, and as you can see I am surrounded by everything I would usually take eventing. Well, nearly everything. I haven't brought out anything that I'd wear, like joppers, jacket or anything, because I think you know that, and yeah, I just didn't really think it was necessary. So here is everything for the horses and little bits for me, and I will talk you through it all. So first of all I'm going to start with the more essential items. So on the end over here, I'll just grab it. So first up I have Phoenix's jumping bridle. She's jumped in a Happy Mouth bomber bit, and she also is ridden in a breastplate for jumping at all times. All three of ours are put in breastplates. It's just something that we do and we always have done. And then I thought I would mix it up and show you a bit of Phoenix's stuff and a bit of Kira's stuff. So this is Kira's dressage bridle. She's put in a Micklem with a rubber D-ring bit, as you can see. And that is what Kira's put in for dressage. For jumping, Kira's in a Waterford hanging cheek. And she has the same a grackle and a breastplate with hers. And then saddles, Phoenix has her Beautet in brown, what she came with. And then we've always been told to put Phoenix in a girth cover because when she picks up with studs in, she really bangs herself. So we found this really helps protect her. And then I just use Lemire white pads, show jumping and dressage, although Kira's isn't a Lemire one over there. And then Phoenix also wears a half pad with hers because Duncan and Phoenix can be a bit sensitive with their back, so we put them both in a half pad. And then over here is Kira's dressage saddle pad. We have this bag which saddle pads come in. We have a few of these, and this is what we put our pads in when we're going eventing. So I just put my show jumping and dressage saddle pads in these bags, and it keeps them nice and clean for travelling. Then next up, I thought I'd quickly tell you, Kira, we always ride her, especially competing, in ears. These are the ears that like have the acoustic. These are the Lemire acoustic ears, so it kind of like blanks out her hearing a bit, and we've found it does stop her being spooky, and just she's a bit more relaxed in them. So we always use them now, and we found they really help her. And then next up we have Kira's dressage saddle. Obviously these are all the essential bits, and her girth as well, just one of the, I don't really know what we, just a dressage girth in short because it's one with the long straps, and this is just a Prestige dressage saddle pad, and that's Kira's dressage saddle. And obviously the cover for it, I'm yet to get Phoenix's saddle cover. So then, boots wise for the horses, I've got Phoenix's show jumping boots, and for Phoenix she wears the Lemire impact responsive gel boots, I believe they're called. Might have got that slightly wrong, but I really like them, so I'm going to come and show you. So these are what the boots look like. Just got the pin-on straps, and these straps are so easy to do up and so easy to undo, and they just look like that. If you feel them, you can feel like the gel lining in the back and all around the side. They've got all the air vents down the back, and yeah, I really like these. And then I just have the ones for the back as well. These also quite dirty, I probably ought to put them in the wash while we're not venting. And they also clip on like that and are really easy to undo and do up. And yeah, I really like these. I find them really easy when we're venting. And then I've got Kira's cross-country boots. Kira is, and so is Phoenix, they both wear overreach boots for cross-country. She just has these white armour ones. I probably need to invest in some nicer ones, but they do the job, so that's just them. And then Kira's cross-country boots, she has these new equine wear cross-country boots, and they're just lined with sheepskin, which means I can do them up as tight as possible, and it doesn't really like feel tight around the leg because the sheepskin kind of lines them. So that's the front one and that's the back one. As you can see, it's a bit bigger, and I've found that they've never slipped and they've always done a really good job, so I've just never gone for anything different. And Phoenix is always in black boots, and I put Kira in white boots. I just think Kira looks better in white, and Phoenix looks better in black, but Phoenix does have white saddle pads. And then if we go down the route for like prepping the horse. So Kira is always lunged before an event, always. We find it kind of just makes her less tense in the dressage. So this is actually a new one we've just bought, just one of the Shire's worked lunge lines, and it's just a navy and blue one. But yeah, we always lunge Kira before dressage. Try and ease some of the tension a bit. And then obviously we always take a grooming kit. This one's a bit old and scruffy, but it is usually the one we take. So this just has a hoof oil and a brush. We also have that, which I'll talk about in a minute. We also have a mane and tail brush, a dandy brush, a hoof pick, and a body brush in here, and also plaiting bands, but I haven't got them right now. I need some more. And then we also have a stud box, which obviously you need. So this is just a Stanley toolbox. I just bought it off Amazon for like £7, and it's quite perfect, to be honest. So it just has this tray in it, and then it has obviously the main area, and in the tray we just have one of these things, the ones that you pick the studs out with. I can't remember what they're called. We have a tap. I always use these taps. Any other tap just doesn't work. Here always ends up snapping them. And then I use the Lemure stud plugs. I don't know if you can see them. That's what they look like. I find they work really well. They're really easy to pick out on the day of the event and really quick to use. And then in the main compartment of the thing, and then in the main compartment of the stud box, I just have a magnetic dish, obviously for when you're putting them in, or if you drop one, just use this. It's really handy to have. And then I also have an adjustable spanner, because my other one broke. I used to have one which wasn't adjustable, and it bent outwards and I couldn't use it. We found adjustable ones work a lot better. Here comes my baby brother. So my baby brother's come to join me. He's pulling things apart. So then in the top of the box, I'll put that on. Look at the camera. Oh. And in the top of the box, there's these little compartments on the top, and they just open, and that's where I keep all my studs. So I have quite a range of studs. I have the bigger conical ones. My other brother's coming now. She's actually doing better than me. And then I also have medium conical studs, obviously 4 of each of these. I have the little square dressage studs just for the insides of their feet. There's some old ones I need to get rid of. And then I have some small conical ones as well. So that is my stud box. And then I'll talk you through stuff for me. So obviously I haven't got as much stuff as I would usually have, because I'm not showing you it all. But first of all, I have my hat bag. This has my spurs in. For Kira, I wear spurs for all disciplines, and Phoenix just for jumping. This is right off with my show jumping and dressage riding helmet, so I'll get that back in a minute. But I have my cross country hat. These are my cross country colours. I just have burgundy or gold, and that was for Kira, but I'm not too sure if they're going to suit Phoenix. Here's my other riding hat. Oh my gosh, she's just thrown it. Max, can't do that. Maxie, you model it then. Maxie, come over here. Show the camera. So that is my, stand there. That is my show jumping and dressage helmet that Max is wearing. It's just the Charles Owen one, and I really like it. It's obviously got the fixed peak, and yeah, that's my show jumping and dressage helmet. Here you go, Maxie. See you later. See you later. And then obviously I also have gloves. I use these Lemure navy ones. I find that they're really durable. I've had them for quite a while now, and they've got no holes in, so I like them. I then also have selection of gloves here, but these are all old, so don't really use them for competitions. And then obviously have a hairnet, and yeah, I think that's about it in here. I have a few hairnets, obviously. I haven't got any of my stock and stock pins because they're inside, and I'm not showing you all that today. So yeah, that's that. And then I also obviously have my riding boots. I used to always have Borghini riding boots, but I found they were quite bad quality. I had about 3 pairs in 2 years, and yeah, they always like what's the word? Just split with the leather at all the parts where your foot bends. So I got these ones. These are actually Shires. They're just plain black, and they seem really durable. They're really comfy, and yeah, I've really got along with these ones. So these are the ones I use. Obviously, yeah, that's them. And then I always take a tack cleaning kit. This is my tack cleaning kit. It's just in an old horrible bag. Probably ought to upgrade. Just have the normal stuff, some spray-on saddle soap, some leather balm, and some sponges and brushes and stuff. And then I think that is everything apart from the cross-country stuff. So I'll just quickly show you this. This is just one of the Lick It treat bars. I always take one of these because, especially Kira, we like to keep her on side between the different elements of eventing because she can get a bit moody. So we like to, and obviously if they're good at the end, we like to treat them. So I just take one of these to each event. And then after cross country, we have, oh, there's loads. For cross country quickly, I use this back whip. I tend to take it for Kira, not really, I don't really use it with Kira, I just kind of have it there, and if she knows it's there, she's always better behaved. So I don't tend to use it, it's just for Kira knowing it's there. And Phoenix, I do sometimes have to give her a tap on the shoulder. Obviously I haven't taken her eventing yet, but I have schooled her, and just, yeah, I always take one of these around with me. And then for after cross country, for starters, we have obviously a bucket for washing them down. I obviously take a couple of buckets with me, obviously one for them to drink out of, and one for me to soak my boots in, and then for washing them down. So I always take a couple of buckets, but I've only got one here. So in this bucket, I'll just take a sweat scraper, obviously a sponge. That is so dirty, not this sponge, but I do take a sponge, and a brush for their legs, or just if they're muddy, then I'll take a brush for after cross country. And obviously that's for washing them off. And then also after cross country, I use cold water boots. I've used these for a couple of years now, and I find they really help. So with cooling their legs down quickly. So these are them. I'm not going to get the other ones out of the bag, but obviously I have a set of 4, and I just soak them for about 1 to 2 hours before obviously I'm back from cross country, and yeah, I've had no problems, and I've found that they really work. So then also after cross country, also put on a cooler. I tend to just take them in a fleece rug when we go, but although it says fleece cooler, this is actually a proper cooler rug. I usually put them in the Lanier thermocool rug, and this is usually the bag I take them in. So that's what goes on them after cross country. And then obviously stuff for travelling, I just take them in a fleece. They have tail guards, they have travel boots, they have a tail bandage on as well the night before. I don't tend to travel them in their hoods. If I am plaiting them the night before, I do put a hood on, but I tend to take them off for travelling because they can get a bit sweaty. And yeah, I think that's everything I've got out here and everything I needed to show you. So I will finish it here and get all this away because there's loads. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you did, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.